Welcome everybody to yet another Crypto Empire Sunday live stream. I am just making sure that we are going live on YouTube while we're live on X at the same exact time, and I do believe we are. So we're all systems go right now, which is perfect. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Connor. This is Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market, and we have a lot to talk about today in this live stream. Obviously, the meme coin market has been on fire, but the actual altcoin market has been very slow and sideways. And I do think that we will have a major next leg up soon. The Bitcoin halving is just a few weeks away. So let's get into this live stream where I will be going over the altcoins that I'm looking at, meme coins that I'm looking at, general Bitcoin analysis, and just an overall take on crypto. So let's go. So starting things off, let me just make sure that I can see my live chat here. Let me see something. Bear with me one moment as I get this set up. I'm playing around with Restream and I'm not really too familiar with how to use it, so let me just make sure I can actually see the live chat before I get started here. There we go. All right, I see everything. Shout out to everybody here. We got Jazzy, we got AK, we got All Day Dre, we got Minato, we got Satoshi Flacco, we got DJing from the blockchain, we got Mansuru, we got Kayuza, we got Matt Wilcox, and we got Crypto Cobain and Leroy Jenkins in the house. What's going on, everybody? Smash up that like button if you're just getting into the live stream right now. Now let's get started and down to business. So Bitcoin, $69,484. We're looking pretty bullish there. I'll hop into that chart in a moment. We have ETH at 3,400, and overall, like I said, most alts are flat. Solana has been sideways and slightly down. And like I've said now since November, December, Solana is looked at as the new altcoin leader. When Solana is doing well, altcoins do well. And when Solana is not doing anything, we see altcoins also not do anything. So Solana is just a great gauge on the overall market. And until we see Sol kind of peak up and break out into new highs heading towards this 259 all-time high, I'm not really expecting too much from the altcoin market in general. Now, when it comes to BTC, to just go over this chart very quickly and what I'm seeing in the charts is we are now back above 68.5K. All right, so I'm going to change this from must flip to must hold, like so. It's very simple what needs to happen here. We need to hold this level at $68,500. We do not want to see price dip back below it into our chop zone, as we have labeled just here. All right, this is all our chop zone. We really want to not go back in here, or else things will slow down. But as long as we're above 68.5K here, I have no reason to be bearish, right? As long as we hold this level, we are in range to go attack these highs at 73K. And as I have been stating now for a while, in my opinion, the acceleration phase of this bull run is coming up. What is the acceleration phase of the bull run? Well, that's when we see Bitcoin really march into price discovery and put in one of these candles, one of these weekly candles that goes a very large percent. We could be looking at around 20% move to around 88 to 90K. I'm looking at like 90 to 100K as our next target for BTC. And beyond that, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But 90 to 100K Bitcoin, what does that mean for the rest of the market? It means things like altcoins and lower caps and a lot of the fundamentally solid stuff that I hold is going to play catch up hard. All right, because this is when retail really starts to dive in full into the market. This is when people start losing their shirts and start making really irrational decisions. Not you guys, hopefully, but the people that have been not paying attention to crypto and are waiting until Bitcoin is at the top to start buying. All right, this is when we're going to be looking to essentially start scaling out, and it could happen relatively quickly here. Obviously, there's a lot of talk that this is going to be another 4-year traditional cycle, and we're going to go into 2025. There's also a lot of talk saying that this is going to be a left translated cycle, meaning that we could top much earlier than we have traditionally, as in this year in 2024, sometime like the end of this year. And to be real with you guys, I'm leaning more and more towards that left translated cycle, meaning it will be shorter this time around. And when we enter into that really crazy phase and everybody's, hysteria everywhere and FOMO and just crazy numbers, just remain rational. And if you're up huge, definitely look to book profits sometime this year, especially if things go the way I think they are and the way they are shaping up right now. So again, for Bitcoin, as long as we're above 68.5K, we're good, nothing to worry about. And we break this all-time high, I expect rapid acceleration to the upside. Price discovery for Bitcoin, meaning altcoins will follow suit, most likely. Now, Bitcoin dominance, I was going over this yesterday in a members-only live stream, and I'll show you guys. So if we go to the monthly time frame on Bitcoin dominance, and we draw a trend line all the way back to October of 2018, as you can see, I connected these highs on the trend line with a yellow circle. Long story short, we are at a major multi-year resistance trend line here at 55%. All right, so this could very well be the top for Bitcoin dominance. Maybe we have some kind of fake out scenario like we had over here in 2021, where it looks like Bitcoin dominance is going to try and break this trend line, but then it gets rejected, and then we see dominance head back to the 40% levels, and that's our altcoin season, right? So be prepared for something like that to happen here this year in 2024. Again, maybe just a sharp fake out, and then we sell off on Bitcoin dominance, and we simply make a ton of money with the altcoins that we're holding now. Of course, TA is subjective, and there's people looking at this chart differently, saying that Bitcoin dominance is going to go here to 60% before it collapses. Look, either one is a possibility. All I know is that this is a multi-year trend line, and there's a decent chance it does hold up here, and we see dominance start to cascade down, and we see altcoins get that money flow, and that's going to be really, really bullish. One thing to note, the 1 month 100 simple moving average is this blue line here, and it is right now at 60%, okay? So we have never really tested this level before, it just started showing up on the chart, but the 1 month 100 simple moving average is right here at 60%. The weekly MAs are below us, okay? So this is in a weekly uptrend, and we'll see if we do die off here and start to head down to 40%, which is going to be very bullish for altcoins. Now, total crypto market cap, it's about to break into price discovery. It's in consolidation now for many weeks, right under the previous high from 2021. Extremely bullish. No reason to be bearish on the total market cap chart. Total 2. Now, the total 2 is slightly lagging behind the total because it does not include Bitcoin. Now, with the total 2, notice again, over the past 4 or 5 weeks, we have been going sideways. What does this mean? It means no new money is coming into the market. We're basically in a PvP environment again, like we were in the bear market over here when no new money was coming in. Same thing over here in January, right? When the ETF got approved and the market wasn't doing anything. This was PvP. Nothing was pumping except for select altcoins and select meme coins because the capital is simply rotating from one asset to another. We're not seeing that new capital trickle into the market. So this is another PvP time. So it's really not the time to be going crazy. It's the time to be kind of averaging into your high conviction plays. Maybe you're going for some higher risk, shorter term opportunities in the meme coin casino. But overall, right, this is PvP here. And it's not the easy times like we have in a strong uptrend, like what happened in February to March, also from October to January, to early January. Now, one thing I've noticed here, and this is just my kind of pattern recognition picking up, is I remember dates really well. Like I know that on October 20th, basically every single altcoin started to move, right? And then February 8th was the day that everything broke out in February. And in my opinion, the altcoin bottom, let's use Sol as an example. And let's go to the daily time frame. So if we look at Solana, so Solana pumped a little bit before, started to really move on October 16th. And then the 19th and the 20th is when it started to run away and actually break out. But anyways, October 16th to October 20th, this week was, in my opinion, like the generational bottom on most altcoins. And as it looks right now, because it doesn't appear that we're going to have a black swan like we had in 2020, right? With that March 2020 crash, we all remember what happened there. It doesn't look like we're going to have another one of these black swan events. All right, so that means, in my opinion, the generational bottom for altcoins this cycle was that week in like October 16th, October 20th. You know, obviously Solana went lower prior, but most alts, we'll use AGI Delium as an example. Here we go. October 20th was the exact bottom on Delium AGI. And it's a recurring theme. If you look at a lot of these, especially smaller altcoin charts, that day, October 20th, was the day everything turned around. Now, just to kind of wrap up this little segment that I'm talking about right now. 1 second. Right here, down here. Right, October 20th. That was the actual literal generational bottom for Delium AGI. Just using this as an example, but you can pull up most smaller altcoin charts and you'll notice that on October 20th, that was the generational bottom. So this day, in my opinion, is the same as, let's go to an old coin, Ravencoin RVN. This day, October 20th, was the same as that day in March over here in 2020. And that day was like March 12th, March 13th, all right? So that was the generational bottom of last cycle. October 20th was the generational bottom for alts of this cycle. We are in the bull market. There's no other way to put it. We are in a huge macro uptrend, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop now. So obviously the generational bottom is already in. Those crazy low entries, like what we had on Cubic, for example, buying Cubic over here around the 1st of November or so. I don't remember the exact date. Maybe it was November 3rd, right? I didn't get the bottom at 400 per billion, but I did get close to it at 600 per billion. But those times are over. The generational bottom for most of these really good altcoins, they're gone. So what do you do now? Well, you have to understand that, yes, you're not going to get that bottom price. A very few small amount of market participants actually get that low of a price. You need to basically be a crypto OG and be here throughout the bear market, or have really good friends that are in crypto that tip you off and tell you to buy stuff. But those times are gone. So you need to focus now on what's in front of you in the present. And there's still so many great opportunities out there. We're looking at the Cubic chart. Yes, it's up 10x from my first buy. But can it go another 25, 50x from here? I think it's very possible that something like Cubic can. Right? It's right now at a $478 million market cap. A 25x would be around a $25 billion market cap, and a 50x would be... Let me do some math here before I get my multiplication wrong. 478 times 25... Let's do million. 478 123 123 times 25. What is that? 12 billion? Yeah, 12 billion. Okay, so 25x is 12. Yeah, I was right. 50x is 25 billion. Yeah, all right. 12 billion for a 25x for Cubic, and a 25x would be or 50x would be a $25 billion market cap. Like I said, math isn't my best subject. Whatever, you get the point I'm trying to say. Anyways, Cubic at a great price right now. If we do drop lower, that would be cool. I would be looking to buy some more. But what I'm trying to say here with this whole segment of the live stream right now is that, yes, everything's already bottomed out, and you're not going to catch the bottom entry unless you get something brand new that launches tomorrow. But there's still so many really solid projects that have a lot left to go in the tank. Let's use an example from last cycle, Cardano. Cardano did amazing price performance wise. Obviously, there's very subjective opinions on it, but price performance wise, if we look at this yellow circle is when Bitcoin actually broke out into price discovery in December of 2020. All right, and that's when Cardano went on its real mega run. As you can see, the generational Pico bottom for Cardano is over here, March 2020 at 2 cents. It had gone up significantly, just like a lot of altcoins have already gone up significantly, right? Cardano went up 5x, 6x. But guess what? It went on to do another 12x. And then to the highs, another 15x. So that's what I'm seeing right now in the market. If we're using Cardano as our example, You know, when Bitcoin in 2020, 2021, when it ran from 20,000 to like 40,000, that's when we saw altcoins put in their leg up towards their parabolic run. And the good ones went up 10x, 20x. A lot of them went up 50, 100x, the really small ones. So if we're going to look at where we are in the cycle in terms of a time point, like how much time we have left comparing to previous cycles, I would say that we're in the equivalent time of Bitcoin being at 19, 20K in 2020, December. All right. And then when Bitcoin broke out into price discovery, altcoins ran like another 10, 20x, even the solid ones that have already pumped from the bottom, like 5 to 10x. So that's what I'm seeing overall with alts. You know, you're not going to see 100x's on the higher stuff now, but you can certainly see 20, 30x's. All right. So set your expectations clear. Don't be a moon boy. You will have to sell. You will have to sell to realize the profit and change your life. If you want to change your life this cycle and not ride the your entire portfolio back down to the bottom. And that's really important because look, last cycle I did lose a lot in the Luna crash. I gave so much profit back, and I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I'm going to take the profit and I'm going to not put it back into the market this time around. All right. So I'm just kind of sharing with you what I'm looking at. My take on where we are in terms of the time horizon of this cycle and how much time we have left. I just showed you what the acceleration phase looks like on altcoins. It's basically like 3, 4, 5 months of straight up only. And then everything crashes. So if you don't sell towards the top or near the top, you're going to give back 50% of value in 1 week. And that's going to be really gut wrenching if you do that. So definitely look to be scaling up on the way out. Extremely important right now. And just don't make the same mistakes you made last cycle. If this is your first market cycle in crypto, well, you're going to make mistakes. Get used to it. Everybody goes through it. I bought the top in 2017. I gave a lot back in 2021. And this time around, I'm extremely well positioned to actually, fulfill all of my goals and then some. So it takes time to learn this and get it right. If this is your first time in crypto, your first bull market cycle, understand there's dues to be paid here. And you're not going to do everything perfectly. Even me in my third cycle, I don't do everything perfectly. But there's a noticeable difference between my good decisions and bad decisions this time around, because my good decisions outweigh my bad decisions like 8-1 right now. So that's where we are in the crypto market cycle currently. I hope that all makes sense. Yeah, cool. We're live on X. Yo, guys, if you're not following me on X, go ahead and do that and like and retweet this stream. It would be great. I appreciate your support. Also, smash the like button on this YouTube live stream. Let me catch up with our live chat right now. Shout out to Satoshi Flacco. Matt Wilcox says, stop house cleaning for a nice break in live stream. Great timing. Awesome to have you here, Max. We got Crypto Cobain. Theory, what's up, Theory? We got Black Sun. Mansuru, what's going on, Mansuru? Calintiz, what's going on, Calintiz? Bob's my uncle is here. Spacetime Jim, all the usuals. Great to have you guys back. Silva Dallas here. Jake from Boda. So yeah, Boda's on fire right now, guys. Let's go take a look at some memes. So Boda right now. Oh my God, what happened? What happened? No way. It's at 2.4 mil. You guys are, this is nuts. Congratulations to everybody right now who's been in Boda. I'm actually shocked. I did not, the last time I checked this chart, we were over here. We were still in this consolidation. You guys are absolute chads. So Boda is based Yoda. And this is honestly one of the best done meme coins that I've seen in a long time. The art, everything, the community, the gifts, everything is looking really good on it. Now I call this in my Discord group over here on October 4th. And at the time the market cap was 39K. 39K. Literally, I was watching Deck Screener live pairs 1:10 a.m. in the morning, and I found this coin. It was like an hour old. I looked at the website. I was like, this is actually really good. And yeah, it is really, obviously really good. So let's just do some basic math for everybody in our live audience. 1, 2, 3 divided by 40,000. We are currently up 58x from the entry given inside of the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. Seems like every single week I'm hitting at least a 10x at this point. And look, I'm not perfect. I don't get every coin right, but my winners always cover my losers, and that's obviously proven this time around. Anyways, Boda is on fire. This is nutty. This is really nuts. It's up 900% in 24 hours. Yeah, I mean, look, if you guys want to know how to get into the Discord, it's closed right now. You guys had 3 years to get in. 3 years. Yes, 3 years you could have joined the Discord for like $100 a month. But it's closed now. So I will reopen it around the time of the Bitcoin halving, so stay tuned for that. But hey, if you were in the Discord, I know many people did. Many people did catch this. Bunch of chads in here. Turned 500 to 3,500. Yeah, one more needs to be said, right? Like, memes at this point, they're doing me really well, and they're doing my community really well. Boda is lit. 2.2 mil right now. This is nuts. I love to see it. Now, the coin I bought last week on stream is Dig, Doge, and Glasses. And it seems like you guys like lost complete faith in Dig because a bunch of Jeets out there sold the top, the all-time high breakout resistance. Let's wait for this chart to load up. So Dig, we were basically here last week when I bought the coins I'm going to do for the giveaway. We tried to break out. People sold back to the floor. And it's so funny when we're floored out, everybody's in my Twitter replies saying that I bought the top on Dig and Dig crashed after I bought it and all this stuff. Crybaby behavior, typical crypto stuff when people are not experienced and they don't know what's going on. When the chart looks like this, it's usually a bottom. Anyways, it's up. Let's check the wallet. It's up right now. Okay, it's down. I put in $1,000 last week. This is the giveaway wallet. And it's currently worth $772. So it's down around $220. The Toshi is up 100% and the bread is up like over 100% that I'll be giving away. But yeah, Dig, I have no reason to be bearish on this. I think it's going to break out and go to millions in market cap personally. I don't see why not. April is Doge month. Doge is looking extremely bullish. This is a great meme coin with a great community and, you know, they're doing everything right. It's a funny evergreen meme. It's never going to go away. And April is Dogecoin month. And Doge right now is looking really good. Like really good on the daily time frame. Right, all your TA guys with divergence don't understand what a macro uptrend is. In a macro uptrend, your bearish divergence doesn't play out. You get a slight pullback to support, and then we pump. And that's kind of what's happening now on Doge, right? So I'm sure all the TA guys were saying, oh, this is daily time frame bearish div, you know, it's going to crash. Well, this is when pattern recognition and time in the market comes into play, because if you've been staring at charts for 3 to 5 years, I've been staring at charts for the past 7 years. But if you've been staring at least for like 3 years at charts and recognizing patterns and picking things up, you'll know that in a macro uptrend, in a strong uptrend, if you see bearish divergence, at the most it will pull back to support and then it will pump and make new highs. All right, and that's what we're seeing right now with Doge. 420 is coming up in 2 weeks. The halving is coming up in 2 weeks. And Doge right now is on the verge of breaking out into new yearly highs. Doge in Glasses, a direct derivative of Doge, funnier, lower market cap, meaning it will pump more, is, you know, sitting at a 400K market cap. So I have no idea why you guys like to cry when the price drops back down to great entry levels, right? You get scared, and the real kind of investors and traders look at it as opportunity. And I see opportunity looking at this Dig chart personally. And I think it's going to break out into price discovery soon enough. I can't give you a time prediction on when it will, but yeah, I mean, I'm very convinced that I'm going to be giving away a lot more than $1,000 here for this dig giveaway in the future. So we'll see what happens here with this chart. Obviously not financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball, but I hit some big winners. Look at Boda, 2 mil market cap. Where were you? Obviously not in the Discord. Should have got in for the past 3 years. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Shout out to the Boda fam in the live chat today. We crushed it. And it's really just getting started too. Ina says, this time something will be different. We already have a Bitcoin ETF. So let's talk about the Ethereum ETF for a moment. So ETH ETF is expected in May next month. And looking at the chart of ETH, it looks like the market's pricing in a non-approval. And I personally am bullish on the ETH ETF. I think it will get approved. So I wouldn't be stressing about ETH right now. I think it's going to play catch up really hard. Obviously, the network sucks to use. The fees get extremely high. Nobody enjoys actually using the Ethereum network. That's the reality of the situation. But the other reality of the situation is that this is the second largest crypto by market cap. It goes back almost a full decade now. It's established. It's well funded. The Ethereum Foundation is a tax-paying entity. It's they give money to the government every year, so they're in good terms. I see no reason why the Ethereum ETF will get denied. I think it will get approved. So again, if ETH pumps, what does that mean for meme coins? It means that meme coins and on-chain projects and altcoins in general are going to go wild. So no reason to be bearish on ETH. Like, if you're going to be bearish, you want to be bearish near the local highs, all right? Not when it drops down to this support level. Right, not when it drops down here into this level at around 3,300. So yeah, ETH ETF, I'm expecting a stamp of approval in May. I'm expecting really bullish price action afterwards, and my price prediction for ETH this cycle, 8 to 10K, I think is very, very doable. It could definitely overshoot that. And that's going to be really, really good for on-chain casino tokens like memes, like Boda and all this other stuff. Looks like we got a bunch of Jeets using the stream right now to sell. Let's go see what's going on. Let's see. So this guy put in 8 grand. Wow, this dude bought up a ton. Let's do some token sniffing. This dork. This guy bought 8 G's worth, man. He must have bought late to get to put in 8,000. Yeah, that's, hey, I mean, he traded it well. That's nuts, though. Anyways, I'm bullish on Boda still. I think it's really low, but yeah. Getting sold back down right now. Interesting stuff regardless. It's funny, that was a top transaction that I saw. Let's see. This live chat. Ionis says, those are speculations. How do we know that the past will happen again? What is the one thing that we need to do at this bull run to get the most out of our investments? Those are, so you said those are all speculations. This is to Ionis. We are speculators here. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We are in the art of speculation. Reminiscences of a stock operator, Jesse Livermore, the best speculator ever. He didn't know what was going to happen next, but he used his pattern recognition and his skills to predict the right side of the chart, and that's all I'm doing right now. Everything is speculation. Every video you see, every blog, every newsletter, every tweet, every piece of information from your most looked up to guy in crypto, it's all speculation. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So that's just I don't know what you're asking in that question. What's the most thing? Have balls. Don't be a little scaredy cat, right? Understand that Diversification is a preservation strategy. And if you want to grow your portfolio, you need to allocate your capital in concentrated investments. That takes balls, right? You can't put, if you have a $10,000 portfolio, you can't put $100 into 100 different projects or whatever. Like, what is that going to do for you, right? You need to concentrate capital if you want to win. That's the one thing you can control. You can't control the outcome of any given coin. Nobody can. But have some conviction and believe in something. And if you want to win this cycle, you need that. And obviously also have some experience or have some good analytical resources or some proper fundamental analysis skills so that you can actually pick a winner to have conviction on and go into. That's what you can do. That's the answer to that question. Felipe, Cubic seems to have 3 devs working part-time. Do they think they will deliver at this bull market? Look, they have come from beyond working full-time on it, and I'd say he's the equivalent of like 10 devs working full-time, that guy. So, yeah, they have some other people contributing, but they have CFB running the show, so I'm not worried at all about Cubic. And it is very complex tech. That was a very stupid thing to say about Cubic. Bro, if you don't like Cubic, Felipe, then I don't care. You don't have to say it. Have fun, HFSP, bro. Bessie, everybody says they won't repeat 2021 mistakes, but there will be new mistakes to do. I mean, yeah, we're human beings and we all have emotions. So this is a very emotional market. But the more you can desensitize yourself to emotions, the better you can do. Minato says his biggest bags are Tet, Naka, and Creo. 10x from each, I'll be happy. Yeah, those are some solid altcoins. Minato, let's take a look at those because I also like a few of them. Tectum's been down recently. Tectum right now sitting at a proximal line of this demand zone. It can go to this 200 daily EMA at 2130. Wouldn't surprise me at this point. Deeper move into this zone. But here's the thing. With something like Tectum, I invested based off of fundamentals. Right? Over here at like $10 when I bought, it was off of fundamentals. And the fundamentals are actually only getting more bullish. Right? Because Tectum predicted that their transactions per second was like 1 million and it came out at like 3 million. All right. So the fundamentals have actually gotten more bullish. And, you know, the price is slightly down. So I think this is a good time to be averaging into something as solid fundamentally as TET. Right now done 45% from the all-time high. Yeah, so TET definitely a good one. I hold it in my portfolio personally as well. And 220 coins is a decent amount. Anyways, Naka has been getting hit. So you guys have to understand, Qcoin FUD, obviously Qcoin announced, what did they say, like KYC? I don't know, or they get like pinned for the government and tried to pin them for something, right? Yeah, whatever, something new with exchanges every day. Anyways, that was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market. And yeah, the government going after them. So people like tried to get all their money off Qcoin quickly and they sold a bunch of altcoins, and Naka got hit really hard when that happened. Right, I believe this drop happened the second like the Qcoin news broke out. But Qcoin loves to mark tops on altcoins. If you guys remember Ator, when Ator got listed on Qcoin, look at the listing. 3 days later, they crashed, right? So, and also it was a coincidence that 3 days later they got rejected by the Tor network. Nothing's a coincidence, guys. You have to understand this was whales literally all selling. Now, obviously, Ator has gone up to make a new all-time high, and it's looking really bullish. And I was telling you guys down here that it's fine, that Ator is going to recover, and it did. It did exactly that. But Qcoin is notorious for marking local tops, right? Whenever there's a headline about Qcoin FUD, it's traditionally a great buying opportunity. And we're seeing that again with Naka. Right? Oh, Qcoin, they got in trouble with the government and the price crashed and the Naka price crashed. I mean, usually these are times of maximum opportunity. Naka is one of the best projects out there in terms of gaming and mobile gaming. And mobile gaming is, you know, it is the future, especially if you've ever been in Asia before, any Asian country, you go anywhere. A bunch of people just playing games on their phones all day long, everywhere. Naka is one of the best mobile gaming projects on the market. And all it did here was go ahead and test your daily 200 EMA. So I see this as opportunity. This looks like a really good dip for Naka, and I have not lost any conviction on this one. And then Minato, your last one is Creo Engine. So Creo, if we look at the chart, I obviously have this circle down here at 7.2 cents. But we're looking pretty strong here, holding this prior resistance as support currently at around 12 cents. So if we continue to hold this level and just bounce from here and make new highs, that would be great. But if you guys are looking for a good opportunity, be looking between 10 and 7 cents for a good buying opportunity on Creo. And Creo is another really good kind of gaming studio. Check the market cap. Creo market cap right now is 35 mil. So it is quite small. And could potentially be a huge winner, like a 50x to 100x from here. Shout out to Michael, DJI Manor. He says, greetings to everyone. Greetings, Connor. Nice to have you back live. Hope you're doing marvelously okay. I'm doing great, Michael. It's good to have you here. Mr. Youngin says, let's get an update about Rio. So Rio is very strong. Rio is looking great. Now, I didn't get the bottom on Rio, but I did pretty well on it, getting in, my first buy at like 12.3 cents or whatever, and, getting most of it over here back in October, November. Now, all you guys are saying that the run is done and, we should look to, I get so many questions. Should I sell my Creo or my Rio? All these tokens sound the same, man. Should I sell my Rio for this? Should I sell my Rio for that? Why would you sell a winner when we're about to enter into the parabolic phase of the market? Why would you get rid of a winner? One of the best performing assets in my portfolio kind of right now. Up over 10x. It doesn't make sense to sell a winner now. This is up 20x from my first buy. So, yeah, what do we have on this chart here in the weekly time frame? We have the all-time high or the listing price on OKX at $5. This is the next level, and then we're in price discovery. Rio is going to shock a lot of people this run, guys. A lot of you guys feel like you missed it and it's too late. Again, like I showed you on Cardano as an example in the beginning of the stream, the good altcoins are going to be running like 10 to 20x from here. And some of them will outperform that. So what does that mean? It means that I think Rio will be going, like I've said, like $20 to $50. So yeah, Rio is still a good buy, even though it's up so much. 20x from when I shared it first on YouTube back over here in October. And we got 212 people watching, guys. I'd appreciate it if you smashed up the like button. Again, Rio. This video was 5 months ago, almost 6 months ago over here in October, right? So yeah, it's not too late for a lot of these coins. I think a lot of them will be going up like 10, 20, maybe we'll see some 50x's from current prices on this stuff that's already up 10x to 20x. So yeah, Rio's looking great. Let's see where our 4-hour EMAs are. So if you're looking to get, blessed with a good buy, you just want to respect the 4-hour 200 EMA. I mean, and that's right now at 177. All right, so basically if you see sub $2 on Rio, it would be an amazing buying opportunity, in my opinion. Check out YAI. Yeah, so I've known about YAI. I've gotten a lot of questions about this one. And YAI, I've also seen a lot of whale wallets buying this one. A lot of whale wallets are buying. I first saw it at like a 25, 30 mil market cap. Let's see where it is now. It's at 58 now, so it's done like a 2x. Looks like it's pulling a dip. But yeah, I mean, this thing is brand new. This thing is 2 days old. And with these new projects, let's see, does this have a sell tax? Yeah, so this has a 5.5 tax. it can go marvelously right or it can go horribly wrong, right? It can pull an OPSEC or a GPU and go up 200x, or it can be a rug pull, which is like 95% of them. But yeah, a lot of whale wallets are buying YAI, so that's a bullish thing to consider. Fundamentally, I don't really know what it does fully in terms of AI, but I know it's related to AI, obviously. The name is YAI. Let's see, Exchange and G-Swift are too cheap. So again, like Rio, Exchange is another one of these seriously undervalued gems. So I got into Change Finance when it was still called CHNG and not Exchange. And I bought my first bag at like 8.3 cents. They rebranded, or they redid their tokenomics, and they launched a new token called Exchange. And once again, I had a bunch of crybabies DMing me, complaining that they lost money on Change. I had one guy begging to me, asking me to send him money because he bought Change and he lost money. And now it's up 3x from my first entry. I have no patience for crybabies. I have zero patience for any of that. You guys are a bunch of little soy boys, really, for not having the risk tolerance to buy these low cap altcoins. They drop and you cry, and you sell, and then they pump 3x. I think Change is going to be a possible 100x from that 8-cent entry I have. And you missed out on the upswing because you sold the bottom and you can't handle the volatility. This crypto game is not for everybody, guys. Like, you need to have a really high risk tolerance. You need to be okay with crazy portfolio swings. And the best way to do that is to buy solid altcoins with good fundamentals and just hold them throughout the cycle. And that's exactly what I did. That's what I've been teaching you guys. That's why I wrote my free ebook in September, and that portfolio is up 500% that I gave you for free, because they were all really solid fundamental projects. Change was one of them. Rio was one of them. Nako was one of them. Anyways, Exchange is a gem. Exchange I see going to $8 to $10 from here. Do the math. That's a really good return from here. And I'm very bullish on this altcoin. So I agree with you. Whoever said Exchange is undervalued, I certainly agree with you. Shout out to that crybaby who was messaging me saying, hey, Connor, you said Change was... This guy, the haters put words in your mouth. He was literally like, you said Change was like the best project ever, and now I'm down. Can you send me money, please? You little dork. Get a grip. You will lose forever with that attitude. Anyways, yeah, you probably sold the bottom and you missed out on the 3x. I can't help you. You didn't deserve it in the first place. And G-Swift. G-Swift is solid too, but the tokenomics aren't great. It heavily favors the pre-sale guys and the seed investors and the team. Boda holder. Yeah, Boda's looking really good. Boda almost 100x. Almost. I mean, what did it hit? Like a 58, 60x from the call in the Discord. Over here. 39K market cap. It's Crypto Empire for you. We will continue to win all cycle long. Let me see what's going on in this live chat. Thanks for talking about Boda. Of course, man. Boda for life. Jokes. Have you looked at... So this is a good question by Leroy Jenkins. Sniff saying he can't wait for the Omniflix ETF. We got to check out Flix for Sniff. Let's head on over to our weekly time frame. And are we on log right now? All right, we're on a log scale. We'll keep it on a log scale for this. So yeah, Omniflix. If you guys are a longtime viewer of the channel and you've been watching my live streams for a long time, you obviously know Sniff because he's been here every week for years. And Sniff all bear market long was saying that Omniflix is his biggest bag in the live chat right here. And here he is still. Anyway, Sniff is up 6x on Flix. And yeah, this is looking really good. It looks like a bull flag to me, back to support basically. Back to demand. And like the Rio chart, what we want to see it do is pump up here to the all-time high listing price, break into price discovery, and go on its parabolic run. So yeah, Omniflix in terms of a Cosmos ecosystem project is looking really good. Chart on the weekly time frame, pulling back for 3 months now. So yeah, I'm expecting the next leg up in the market overall soon, and Flix should leg up. But anyways, about Pepe Coin and Based AI. So yeah, this Pepe Coin and Based AI. The reason that I don't necessarily love it is that you got your boys Kyle Chassis and Rand from Crypto Banter saying it's like the best thing ever. You have to understand that crypto is a narrative-based market. And what happened here with the Pepe coin is, yes, these guys launched their coin in 2016. But the Pepe that launched last year stole the thunder. Okay, so what do these guys who launched Pepe Coin in 2016 need to do? They need to recapture attention. Okay, and how do they do that? They get people like Chassis and Banter to all shill their bags and say, guys, this narrative, these guys have been around from 2016 and they have been building since 2016, yes, but they're manufacturing a narrative, in my opinion. It could pump, it could do amazing, but I'm not touching it personally. But yeah, like I see this as a manufactured narrative, and it probably will pump because it's a crypto bull market and everything goes up. But I just think there's too many better options out there. And I see that, like, from my perspective, right? These guys need to reclaim the thunder of Pepe. They need to get the attention back on their coin and not the actual Pepe that we all know and love today. That's trending number 3 on Dex Tools at a $3 billion market cap, right? This Pepe has the attention. This Pepe is what everybody wants. So these guys are trying to force a narrative to say that we're the first and we have an AI coin and it's going to be used and you should dump your Pepe to get into Based AI and Pepe Coin. I don't love it. It could be the trade, but I'm not looking at it as the trade, and I'm going to fade it personally. Let's see. Bessie says, I have a nice bet on ETH. I don't care about the FUD. Narratives come and go. ETH stays. Yeah, ETH, like I said before in the stream, right? ETH is extremely bullish. 8 to 10K minimum this cycle for ETH. Raphael says, what do I think about H-bar? I used to like it, but now I don't like it. I don't hold it anymore. Why don't I love H-bar? Well, let's go look at a market cap chart. If we look at the entire market cap chart, the coin was at, the all-time high was what, 58 cents on H-bar, I believe. 57 cents, that was pretty close. And the market cap was $7 billion. So now the market cap is half of that, but the price is down 81% from the all-time high. So the market cap is half of where it was at last cycle's peak, meaning that if H-bar is to go to 20 cents, it matches this 7 bill market cap valuation. That's called dilution. This is why I look for new coins and I don't go after the old stuff that's already been in a cycle. Because most of the old coins, aside from a very rare few, like Render, which I hold, which I've held from around like $1.30 to $1.50, $1.30 to $1.50, now at $10. Aside from a very rare few amount of old coins that have already experienced a cycle before, most old coins won't make new all-time highs. And H-bar could be an exception. It could be, but if I was going to bet on it, I would say that it won't make a new all-time high personally. I know that might crush all your little H-bar holders' hearts, and you guys are going to hate me now, but I've been saying this for months on end, and it hasn't changed, right? You should be going after the new stuff. You can say that they're connected with the governments and the ISO-compliant coins and all this other jargon, dilution and tokenomics make a huge difference. And the coin is down 80% from the all-time high, but it's half of the market cap, meaning that if it was to reach the all-time high market cap of last run, the price would be 20 cents. There's just better options out there that are going to give you a better return, that have better tokenomics, that didn't give a friends and family round undisclosed in a pre-sale and then do a public pre-sale. HBAR screwed a lot of people over. And yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't hold the coin. Trash, kind of. Let's see what else is going on in this chat. Can I talk about the base network in general? Of course we can. So if we go to DeFi Llama and we go to the chains, we see all these blockchains here. We have base at number 8. Total value locked is $1.31 billion. Blast is sitting at 1.4 now. Okay, so Blast will be really big and base will be really big. These are the two emerging networks where we should be paying attention. Then obviously you have Solana and ETH. Anyways, base is number 8 right now, which is really good. It probably will flip the Binance Smart Chain this cycle, and it will be in top 3 in total value locked in all of DeFi. Now, memes on base are doing really good. If you want to know how to find new memes on base, you go to Dex Screener, you go to new pairs. Over here, you go age, you go less than 6 hours old. And you can see all the coins that launched in the past 6 hours. You can see their market cap over here on the right side of the screen. And right now, they have Moonwell, they have Aerodrome Finance. Treble Swap is coming up. It's going to be the first V4 DEX on base. And I think that one's going to do insanely well. I'll make a full video about that one soon. But those are like the solid DeFi projects on base. Everything else is a meme coin. Everything else is a meme coin. So, yeah, that's base right now. They have like 2 DeFi protocols that people use, and like Aerodrome Finance and Moonwell for lending and borrowing. Uniswap and SushiSwap as your DEXs, soon to be Treble Swap, and a bunch of meme coins. That's the base network. And all the money is being made basically in memes. And Brett is the number 1 meme on base right now. If it would load, that would be great. Brett right now at a 731 mil market cap. I mean, the chart looks absurd. It's up only. And if the market stays bullish, it will continue to be up only. But yeah, that's the base network in a nutshell. You got a few DeFi protocols and then a bunch of meme coins. And all I'm doing on base is trading memes right now personally, because that's where the money's at. And my results speak for themselves, most recently, especially with Yoda, but based Yoda. Another 50x to add to the track record. Bessie Bossy, take profits on the way up. With profits, build cash flow with real estate or good companies that pay nice dividends. Exactly, Bessie Bossy. You got the right idea there. Too late to get into Ando. Ando. Let's get out of this log scale. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Regular. Cool. So, Ando, you want to see hold that level for sure. Down to 66 cents. Now, I could see if we get a decent retracement, I could see something in here. This previous top at 64 down to 60. And then just a psychological level. You can see it already. The origin, all right, actually scratch all this. Scratch all this. Delete, delete. Let's go back to basic supply and demand principles. Where's the origin of the move up? The origin of the move up is clearly here at 50 cents, all right? So this is demand. This is higher time frame demand. It could not reach this level again, but this is the origin of the move. You know, you could look to scale in here at like 65, 66, but the real demand zone on this chart is 50 cents. And this thing, you know, it's been up, it's been really strong. There's people in a ton of profit up here. If they want to take profit, the price will come back down to our demand zone here at 50 cents. So that's Ando. Is it too late to get in now? No, you'll make money most likely, but if you want to see the best returns, you try and buy it at either 65, or you can be really patient and hope you see 50 cents. Again, the demand zone on the chart. What is a Jeet? A Jeet is somebody who sells a on-chain coin because he's emotional and like sees a red candle, so they just hit sell and get rid of everything. And then they usually cry when the price pumps after they sell. Right? It's just basically somebody who sells memes at the wrong time always. That's a Jeet. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Sui? They have seen a lot of TV on the last 3 months. I'm curious to know what you think of them. So Sui is good because they had VCs put in like $400 million or something into the coin and ecosystem, and they're going to want to get their money out. So they have the VC pressure to pump it, basically. The VCs are going to pump this thing. Now, Sui right now, it's at a good level. If Bitcoin loses support at 68.5 and we see this dip to 120, that would be like your generational bottom as it is right now. Again, look at the chart. October, what did I say? October 20th was the day everything pumped. Look at the bottom for Sui. It was October 20th, right? That was the equivalent of the March 2020 crash this cycle, October 20th. That was the generational bottom on most altcoins. Go study, go back test, go look at your charts. You'll see that a lot of altcoins all put in their Pico bottom on that day, October 20th. Anyways, that's not really that important right now. Sui, yeah, I'm bullish on it. $10 is certainly a possibility this cycle. All right, the VCs are going to pump this thing and they're going to make their money on it. So that's what I think about Sui. Big Mike is king. Yeah, Big Mike's doing well too. Up 28% on the day. 1.5 mil market cap right now on Big Mike. So again, you guys probably sold the bottom and are crying right now. Maybe memes aren't for you. I think Big Mike is going to be bigger than Joe Biden and Trump. So it's my best political coin hold right now. Short DJT. Britboy says, join stream late, Connor. Apologies. RE, the left translated cycle. Do you think potentially, sorry, let me read this. Do you not think potentially things just keep going into 25 because of the constant ETF buying? Again, back to the speculation game. Look, BlackRock was probably buying at 20K. They were probably putting in some orders at 16K. You think Larry Fink didn't know what was going on in November when FTX was crashing? So what can we use? I mean, look. Let's look at the Bitcoin Newpol chart. Net unrealized profit and loss. This shows how many people are in a profit on Bitcoin. So every time we go into... Top one is price. The second one is the people in profit. And currently 60% of holders of Bitcoin are in profit. Every time it gets to like 75% and above, like 80%, that's when we top out. All right. So when enough holders are in profit, they're going to want to sell, and that's going to crash the price like it has in all the previous cycles when we top out. Whether that happens in 2024 or 2025, I don't know. It will happen when the price expands high enough so that over 80% of Bitcoin holders are in profit again. All right, so using a time horizon is incorrect in my opinion. I would not be using a time horizon. You see people on on X and on YouTube, people that have no business sharing any opinions on the market, saying in October 2025 I will sell all my bags and here's a thread on why. No, like that's not how it works. Like that, you cannot put a time on when the market will top. Nobody can time it, but we can sell near the top and use some of these indications as to how. And the Nupal is old reliable. Basically, it's a great old reliable indicator that's pretty decent at marking price tops. All right, so when we see this get above 80%, it's time to be cautious. So yeah, that's my question about the left translated cycle. The ETF buying doesn't mean anything. It's all supply and demand. All right, yeah, the ETF is creating demand. That's all it's doing. That's why the price is going up. But when enough of those buyers are in enough profit, they're going to want to sell and take profit, because there is a sell button next to the ETF buy button. You can sell the ETF, and that will market sell Bitcoin. All right, so yeah, the time saying, oh, it's October 2025, that's the total incorrect approach to trying to find a market top. Zahid says, gambling is all-time up. I'm seeing a correction in April. Yeah, gambling is at an all-time high. That makes me bullish. But yeah, we could definitely see some kind of correction. I'm just going off of the charts, right? And with Bitcoin above 68.5, I have no reason to worry about a correction. If we lose this level here, then okay, yeah, I'll go into defense again. But as of right now, we obviously need to clear this high at 71,500, and then we have 73,700, and then we're in price discovery again. We're pretty close. So yeah, shout out to True Lies giving me a $10 super chat. He says Boda is here to fight the meme wars and bring fun to base. Absolutely, man. Boda is here to fight the meme wars and win. $1.8 million market cap on Boda. Next blue chip meme on base. I mean, look, I'm in significant profits, but there's no reason this can't go extremely higher. We have a lot of questions today. Sorry, I can't get to everything. Do I hold Factorn? No, I do not hold Factorn. Minato, I've never heard of Rightstream before. Bessie, we looked at Nakamoto Games already on the stream, and I said the same thing, that it's a good DCA right now. I do agree with you. About real world assets, Klima. Yeah, Klima is that carbon credits chain on the Polygon Matic network from the last cycle. One of those kind of big Ponzi's like Wonderland Time. Let's see. Connor, given you have more experience predicting market cap of altcoins, where could you realistically see NXRA go? Do you think 360 is a fair price? It's at 25 cents now, so yeah, that would be in the 10 to 20x range. So yeah, 360 is a fair price. Shout out to Gian Silva saying good morning. Good morning, Gian. Chart INJ. By the way, guys, make sure you are farming airdrops on Farmbase Pro. Somebody asked me to talk about the base network earlier, and I'm convinced that the base network will do an airdrop. As you see here, I have over 20 wallets farming the base airdrop for me right now. And, you know, if each one of these wallets gives, I mean, Arbitrum, I got what, like 3K for barely doing anything. I mean, this is doing auto farming for me. Let's say I just get 3K per wallet. I mean, this is a potential paycheck of 63 grand here. So it could be more, it could be less, of course. But yeah, this is free money. Farmbase Pro, use my link below to sign up if you haven't already, and watch my full tutorial video on it. Chart INJ. INJ right now at the bottom of its range. Yeah, I mean, it looks like unless it breaks this range, I mean, this is the time to be a buyer, right? Maybe if you get a pullback to like 33, you long it. Stop has to be a little wide because you could go and test the daily 200 EMA, which has not been tested in a long time. So you do have to be quite aggressive. I would go low leverage if you go low leverage here. But yeah, INJ is definitely one of the best high caps out there to buy on top of things like Tau, Render, and Caspa. And most likely will hit over $100 per. But yeah, INJ looks great. It's just in this range here. Your lower level would be this $30 level at the 200 daily EMA. Rainer says, I have a hard time psychologically buying winners, already winners. Any advice how to take a plunge into buying? My conviction is lower than they already pumped. Yeah, I mean, if you like the project and you see it going up another 10x, 20x, like that's an amazing return on your investment. So I average up too. Right, I bought Cubic at 600 per billion. It's at 6,500 per billion. Doesn't mean I'm not going to buy more. Like I think Cubic's one of the best risk reward plays in the market right now. So GLQ. Gonna take a few more, then wrap this up. This looks like a schlong pattern. Shout out to Siam Kid, however you say his name. Basically, you have like a schlong looking thing and then it pumps out of it. So yeah, this looks bullish here on GLQ graph link. We got Crypto Middle East and Africa. He says, hey Connor, my man, great efforts, buddy. Updates on Altcoin AGC. Any views on Hash AI? So let's take a look at AGC. AGC is an AI coin that I do hold. And here it is. So no updates to really share here other than the fact that we are sideways holding $1 as support. And it touched 75 cents and was bought up. This is a tweezer bottom. Very bullish technical signal here on the chart. Right, a lot of demand down here at 75 cents. And notice how it's holding this 12-hour 100 simple moving average well in demand. So yeah, chart looks good. I think this one's going to be a winner. Argo Coin has a lot going on fundamentally, a lot of bullish changes and catalysts and updates. So yeah, this is a good AI coin as far as I'm concerned. And then Hash AI, I don't really know anything about it, so I can't really say anything. This one's new. It launched 5 days ago. So again, with the new coins, they either, let's check the market cap of Hash AI. So these new coins, 240 mil market cap already. That's quite high. It's at 0.002 cents. It launched really low, but so my pattern recognition when it comes to these new AI coin launches, does this have a tax? 5.5 tax, all right? So it's like all these other ones. It's either going to pull the OPSEC and go up only, or it's going to die and do nothing. Take your risk. Hi, Connor. Do you still follow the Levana project? Not really, to be honest with you. No, I haven't checked up on Levana in a long time. Do you hold any of your W? Some of it, but yeah, I mean, airdrops nowadays, like maybe one of them will be the next Celestia and go up like 10x from the airdrop price, but most of them will do the traditional airdrop sell-off. This always happens with airdrops. Study Optimism, Arbitrum. They launch, sell off, accumulate Jupiter, look at Jito Finance, all the Solana ones. Accumulate, and then they go into price discovery. So W will most likely do well, but it could be a while, right? We could see some of this. and then this. One last thing before I end the stream. AI Power Grid, AIPG. I want to talk about this. I have not bought any of this. This is not any of my, I don't hold a single coin. But I talked about this one last week. We went over how that Raven coin miner switched to AIPG and then they were selling. It tainted the project. What I will say here is I'm not buying this, but I know crypto. I know how crypto works and how crypto coins move. This is an example. This is not me endorsing this project or saying you should get into it or any of that. This is just a simple example, and I'm using this one as an example. It just popped into my head right now, so I figured I would talk about it. If you look at this, I mean, realistically, it's been in this really strong downtrend for 48 days. And then it's been in this little dribble here. Once it broke this level at 20 cents. Once it broke that level at 20 cents, it's been in this little dribble down for 20 days straight. How crypto works is one day will recover all of these 20 days of downward selling. That's how crypto works. Nothing, down, accumulate, bam. One day it makes up for 3 months of downward selling price action. So that's why you need to believe in something. I'm not endorsing AI Power Grid as a coin and saying it's a good coin. But I know that if it will work out, it will erase all of this selling in like 2 days. That's just how crypto runs, right? No other asset class runs like it, right? Stocks will go like this. They'll be uptrending for months, crash, uptrend, crash. Crypto is just accumulate, fly to the moon. Or down, accumulate, down, accumulate, fly to the moon. It moves different from any other asset class. So you need to understand that. And that's why usually when you're the most scared and you feel like you want to throw up when you look at your portfolio and the prices of the coins you bought and they're down huge, that's usually the best time to be a buyer. All right. But again, most people have no business investing because they have no skills fundamentally or technically. And they watch people on YouTube, and then the coin that I talk about goes down. They get mad at me. They sell the bottom, and then it pumps 3x, 5x, and then they're left there crying. So don't be that person. Understand how crypto moves. Understand that things sell off and they hibernate for extended periods of time, and then in 1 week, it can make up for years of stagnant price action. And that's what I'm expecting to happen relatively soon here for the overall market, right? Something like Tau. It's been downtrending now it's been sideways / down for 1 month straight. Similar to what happened over here, right? Notice how quickly it reclaims all of that selling. In like 1 week, it'll reclaim 1 month of selling. That's how crypto moves, right? It's down and nothing for a long time, and then out of nowhere, bam, one day you make up for everything. So believe in your coins. Make sure you hold good coins in the first place. And understand that things are looking up. Even if we do correct further, like I just said, in 1 week, all those losses are erased. So believe in what you hold, have conviction, and let the gains be with you. This is Connor from Crypto Empire signing out. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. We've been going for over 1 hour straight here. And I appreciate all of you guys being here. Shout out to, we got 2 super chats I need to talk about before I end the stream. Shout out to Garay Warga. He says, when do you think DOME will have its next leg up? When gaming overall moves. I don't know when gaming is going to move next, but I think DOME and AVAX, when AVAX moves, DOME will move too. I don't know when that's going to be. And we got Davey CR with a 10 Costa Rican colones, or maybe that's Canadian dollar CA. Anyways, thanks for the super chat, Davey. He says, Grand Rising Emperor. Thoughts on KXA and Hero? Got an old bag. Any hope for this project still, in your opinion? Pure life. Yeah, KXA, I have not been keeping up to date with anything here. I assume it's still a very low micro cap. And yeah, this one's a tough one. It's kind of old now, and like when gaming happens, it will probably run. Are there better options out there for games? Yes. I like how they've been kind of putting out updates and stuff, but look, who really knows at the end of the day? When gaming runs, this should theoretically do well. And then Hero. I'm not sure what Hero entirely is. Is it Meta Hero? Okay, this is definitely a really old bag from the last cycle. I would probably ditch it and go for something new, but then again, I could be wrong. So, I mean, look, if you've been holding this one from the last cycle, you might want to see it through. But I mean, that guy in Dubai, like, built that huge metal thing with a bunch of cameras, and it didn't really work, right? It was just kind of for show as a prototype. Yeah, I don't know about this one, man. High risk, high reward. Old coin from the last cycle. Has a lot of work to do and things to prove, so we'll see. And it won't have the hype of being a new exciting project like it was last cycle, right? Something new will replace it. So I would say go after something newer and shinier. Anyways, this guy says, are you still keeping the video up after it ends? Yeah, all my live streams are on my channel after they end. They go back since I started the channel 3 years ago. So yeah, this live stream will be here after it ends. And it's ending basically right now. So thank you all for being here. I changed my camera lens. So now you can see like a different view a little bit. So I hope you guys are enjoying the new view, the new camera lens. And I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you did, you know what to do. Smash up that like button. If you're new here to Crypto Empire, subscribe to the channel. And hit the bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos. And follow me on X or Twitter. I'm not showing my screen anymore, so there's no point on switching to X. Follow me on X. Subscribe to the channel. Join the free Telegram group. And be on the lookout for the notification of when I reopen the Discord. Please do not fall for somebody pretending to be me on Telegram, Discord, or X. I have my accounts. I will never DM you first. I won't ask you for money. The only service that I offer is my premium Discord group, and that's it. If you get a DM asking about anything else, it's not me. It's someone pretending to be me, and I trust that you're not an NPC and you won't fall for it. So please be smart out there and be safe. The Discord is closed right now, all right? So you can't get in. Be looking out for an update on when you can. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. This is Connor from Crypto Empire signing out.